It's Thursday, time for Worldview with Denis Campbell. Denis is editor-in-chief of UK Progressive Magazine. The book is Billionaire Boys, Election Freak Show. Time for our first post-election check-in with Denis. Denis, let's just get right into it. What has been British and European reaction to the re-election of President Obama by a hefty electoral vote margin?
Well, there's certainly been a number of sighs of relief amongst people with whom I deal with on a regular basis. I've become a bit of an America's expert over here, so I've done quite a bit. I spent 2.5 hours yesterday afternoon on the BBC's radio program, where we were just pretty much in studio the whole time, and a parade of guests came through, including a Republican blogger for Republicans Abroad, and that was very interesting to be opposite him trying to spin this whole result. At one point, he started to say that he expected the president to increase taxes up to 70%. I said, no, just a second. He wants to take it from 36% to 39%, and it's real clear that they haven't got the message that they indeed lost, and that indeed you're going to have a president and indeed a black man for the next 4 years. But generally, people here are very, very excited. I've been doing interviews for outlets all over the globe, and the reaction has been one of great relief, because they really thought that a return to the Bush neocon days would not be beneficial to anybody anywhere in the world.
W. Bush-Mitt Romney comparison, because here in the U.S., it didn't really become a major theme. I thought it would have been one of the strongest comparisons to make and say, listen, but the Mitt Romney policy is basically the Bush policy that we've already seen doesn't work. Towards the end of the campaign, the Obama team started saying the Romney policies have been tried and they don't work, but there wasn't really a strong invocation of George W. Bush. Over on your side, is that a likening that was very present?
Yes, it was. You have to keep in mind, again, all the polls I saw in the U.S., and particularly those from that rather demonic Nate Silver, the one that everybody seemed to hate except us that really believe in mathematics and science, were saying that foreign policy was really only about 4% of the equation. Most people in the United States were interested in the economy, jobs, things of that sort. But of those that, of course, live abroad and those that pay attention to what happens in the U.S., yes, trade policy is important, but most importantly, they were very much afraid of a return to the Bush era and the neocon policies. We had a statement from the Prime Minister, David Cameron, here the day after. He was still in, I think it was Dubai, on his way back for a meeting with Angela Merkel. And he said he was very pleased to see President Obama had been reelected. He enjoyed their working relationship, and he made it very clear with what he did not say, that he was not looking forward to having to start a relationship all over again with the Bush neocons. He likes being on a fairly level footing with the Obama administration.
We talked yesterday about some of these state propositions and extra questions and some of the results, which included multiple popular votes for marriage equality, as well as the legalization of marijuana in Colorado and Washington. I'm curious, what is the European and British reaction to those? Because in some sense, I have to feel like there has to be a sense that, wow, individual states are still voting on this stuff? I mean, does it appear to be kind of backward, or what's the reaction to those over there?
Yeah, it's really kind of interesting. We've had a situation arise where the Tories, of all people, these are the Conservative Party. This is the party that would be most closely aligned to the Republican Party in the United States, have come out very strongly in favor of marriage equality. And they've been threatened by both the Catholic Church and the Archbishop of Canterbury and the whole Anglican synod, that this would not be a good move. However, they seem to think very strongly, as of course do Labour and everybody else, that government has no business in this decision. And if indeed two members of the same sex want to have a marriage and a committed relationship, we should be rewarding that without any issue whatsoever. Some of the other issues, such as marijuana smoking and things of that sort, there have been some interesting things across the channel in Amsterdam. I remember I spent 5.5 years living in the Netherlands. And of course, there in the coffee shops and throughout the entire society, the decriminalization of soft drugs has been part of the lexicon for a number of years. So the idea that, you've seen now the three strikes you're out bill pass in the softening of that in California as a ballot initiative, that's considered to be very good news. And a lot of people couldn't even believe that you would put people in prison after 3 convictions for something as minor as that and not give them the chance at parole.
What do we expect quickly, kind of in the last bit of time we have here? What do we expect to be the next first big conversation between President Obama in this next term and the UK?
Well, I think it's going to be not just the UK, but all of the EU. There are some calls by both David Cameron and some of the members of the EU for a US-EU trade agreement so that we avoid some of the tariff disputes that we've had on things such as aircraft and other areas. So I think there's going to be some discussion on that very early on because everybody wants to jumpstart the manufacturing sector of their respective economies. Of course, in the US, the favorite relationship with Boeing is always taken very good care of, as is the Airbus relationship, which is the European conglomerate that produces Airbuses. And so there's going to be continued friction over that. There's going to be continued friction over airlines and airline slots and things of that sort. But on the whole, I think you're going to see a much more favorable and smooth relationship because everybody's already in place. Some of the key cabinet members will change in the US, but the relationship is strong and most people are already working together.
All right, Denis Campbell, editor-in-chief of UK Progressive Magazine, Billionaire Boys, Election Freak Show, the book, Egypt Unshackled as well. Denis, thanks as always.
Thank you.